జై శ్రీరామ్. త్యాగరాజు కీర్తనలో ఒక చోట త్యాగరాజు ఏమన్నారంటే, పూలమ్మి బతికిన వారు రామ పుల్లలు అమ్మ పిలువరారు. అంటే పూలమ్మి బతికిన వారు, దే వర్ లివింగ్ బై సెల్లింగ్ ఫ్లవర్స్. అట్లాంటి వాళ్ళని మీరు ఇక్కడ రండి, మీరు కట్టెలు అమ్మండి అని వాళ్ళని పిలిస్తే వాళ్ళు రారట. చూడ్డానికి ఇట్ లుక్స్ లైక్ ఎ వెరీ సింపుల్ మెటఫర్. But in my opinion, probably this is one of the most powerful spiritual metaphors Tyagaraja employed. ఇక్కడ చాలా బ్రీఫ్గా కన్సైజ్గా మీకు చెప్పాలంటే, ద బ్రీఫ్ మీనింగ్, దీనికి సంక్షిప్తంగా మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? పూలమ్మడము అంటే రామభక్తిని పూలమ్మడంతో కంపేర్ చేస్తున్నాడు. రామభక్తికి అలవాటు పడినవాడు కట్టెలమ్మి బతకలేట. కట్టెలమ్మడం ఈజ్ ఎ మెటఫర్ నౌ విచ్ రిప్రజెంట్స్ lesser activities, working hard to make money and enjoy and satisfy all desires. Adi kattelammadam kinda vastund. That is what he is trying to say. So now I think you got the meaning. Ippudu poolammi batakadam, poolu, the flowers represent beauty, fragrance, happiness, joy, effortless ease, prayer, devotion. The flowers, earth laughs in flowers అన్నాడు ఎవడో పోయట్. సో ఫ్లవర్స్ స్టాండ్ ఫర్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ సాత్వికత. whereas firewood means you have to cut the tree, you have to use an axe, and there's a lot of hard work and sweating and killing. Actually you're chopping down trees, deforestation, global warming, so many negative aspects are there. And finally, what is this firewood used for? Well, in a sattvic sense it might be used for yajna, that is for lesser deities. Okay, for the highest deity Rama, the greatest yajna is bhakti which is founded on jnana. So that is what flowers represent. So firewood ante emaindi? Used for yajnas, used for burning dead bodies, used to cook, or used to burn down something. So in all these cases it represents arthakama, but does not represent moksha sadhana. So finally, పూలమ్మి బతికిన వారు రామ పుల్లలు అమ్మ పిలువ రారు. అంటే even if they become economically stricken, they will not stoop టు దిస్ లెవెల్. అంటే మంచి టీచింగ్ ఏదో చేస్తున్నారు, అట్లాంటి వాళ్ళు ఉన్నట్టుండి వెధవ పనులు చేయడం మొదలుపెట్టరు. అంటే సర్వీస్ ఓరియంటెడ్. అంటే ఇక్కడ ప్రొఫెషన్స్ని ఏదో కించపరుస్తున్నానని కాదు. మరి కొన్ని ప్రొఫెషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. కసాయి వాళ్ళు, మనకి వేదంలో ఎక్కడ మాంసం తినకూడదని ఉంది, కానీ ఇప్పుడు శుభ్రంగా కసాయి వాళ్ళు కూడా ఉన్నారు. పైగా వాడు హలాల్ చేసి నువ్వు తినేస్తున్నారు. అసలు మాంసభక్షణే తప్పురా అని వేదం ఘోషిస్తోంది. పత్రం పుష్పం ఫలం తోయం యోమే భక్త్యా ప్రయచ్చతి తదహం భక్తి ఉపహృతం అశ్నామి ప్రయతాత్మన. భగవంతుడు కూడా పత్రం పుష్పం ఫలం తోయం అడిగాడు, కానీ అండం మాంసం బిర్యానీ యోమే భక్త్యా ప్రయచ్చతి తదహం భక్తి ఉపహృతం అశ్నామి ప్రయతాత్మన అనలేదే. అండం మాంసం బిర్యానీ అనలేదే కృష్ణుడు, పత్రం పుష్పం ఫలం అన్నాడు. సో అందుకే అష్టపుష్పాలు గురించి చెప్తారు. అష్టపుష్పం శాస్త్రం ఏముంటుంది? అష్టపుష్పాలు అంటే ఏమిటి? అహింసా ప్రథమం పుష్పం ఇంద్రియ నిగ్రహ. అహింసా ప్రథమం పుష్పం ఇంద్రియ నిగ్రహ, జ్ఞానపుష్పం అతఃపర తపః పుష్పం. అహింసా ప్రథమం పుష్పం ఇంద్రియ నిగ్రహ, శాంతిపుష్పం దయాపుష్పం, జ్ఞానపుష్పం అతఃపర తపః పుష్పం, సత్యం పుష్పం, భావపుష్పమథ అష్టమం. సో ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ప్లకింగ్ ఏ ఫ్లవర్, you are hurting the tree actually. Don't pluck flowers also. The tree or the plant is actually praying to Rama, offering whatever best it has in the form of a flower. So you also offer your flowers. What are your flowers? The Ashtapushpam. These are the 8 virtues ahimsa pradhamam pushpam. Don't eat meat. Whether in your thought, word or deed, don't cause any harm to anybody. That is ahimsa. Pradhamam pushpam. Pushpam indriya nigraha. Learn to control your senses. Your senses are like wild dogs. Okay? Ahimsa pradhamam pushpam. Pushpam indriya nigraha. Kshanti pushpam. Shanti is forbearance. That means when life throws all kinds of difficulties, challenges at you, learn to bear it with patience. Stoicism, stoic. Shanti pushpam, daya pushpam. The more you know, the more you will forgive, they say. You see, it's easy to get angry, but learn to forgive. But be vigilant, don't let them harm you again. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on myself. So be vigilant. So ahimsa pradhamam pushpam, pushpam indriya nigraha, kshanti pushpam, daya pushpam, jnanam pushpam. Jnanam, acquire jnana. Don't worship some bloodthirsty psychopathic gods. First understand what is the definition of God. What can be God's CV. So you must examine. Bhagasya asti iti bhagavan ऐश्वरस्य समग्रस्य वीर्यस्य यशस्य श्रियः ज्ञानवैराग्ययोश्चैव षण्णां भग इति रणः. So you must first understand who God is and who can be God. Omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, inscrutable, providential. So these are at least the 5 basic qualities of God. Anyone whom you call God, if he doesn't have any one of these qualities, he is not God. So jnanam pushpam. Jnanam pushpam atah para tapah pushpam. 10,000 hours of practice. Are you dedicating yourself to excellence? Pursuit of excellence is tapas. Then ahimsa pradhamam pushpam, pushpam indriya nigraha, shanti pushpam, daya pushpam, jnana pushpam, atah para tapah pushpam, satyam pushpam. Investigate the truth. Satyameva jayate, not bullshit eva jayate. Satyameva jayate. Don't blindly follow any religion or any cult or for that matter anything. Examine everything. Satyam pushpam. And don't say that all religions are equal and all that. Not at all. So satyam pushpam atah para satyam pushpam bhava pushpam atah ashtamam. Bhava is sentiment, sattvic sentiment. So these are the 8 flowers you should offer to God, not plucking flowers. Plucking flowers is also a kind of himsa. So that is a pure sattvic sentiment. So to conclude, Poolammi batikina vaaru Rama pullalu amma piluvararu. That means even if they face some very dire straits, if they have been cheated, looted of their wealth by many scoundrels. These days you see good people unfortunately are so naive. In fact, I was also looted by a man whose cognomen is Rama Bhatla. This SOB stole my house and he is illegally occupying, and over the last 3 years he has received some 15 summons from the court. He has not even cared to give a reply, and this whole system is just watching mutely, and he must be going on committing such crimes with impunity. But will that make me a criminal? No. Poolammi batikina vaaru Rama pullalu amma piluvararu. You can see many crime stories where a very good person, yesterday I saw one, a man who was married, who had 2 kids, who was a doctor, and he was going on doing good business. He had a nice family, a good family, lovely family, 2 children, and steady income as a doctor. Now he wanted to open a gas agency, so he approached many people, and one person who was a con man, he asked him, now you give me 11 lakhs, I will get the agency, I will, grease the palms in the government and blah blah. This poor man collected all his savings and gave it to that scoundrel. And the rest of the story, that fellow ran away with the money. Now this man, who was actually Poolammi batikina vaaru, that means as a doctor who was serving people, now because of this economic hardship that was created because that rascal ran away with his wealth, He was unable to feed his family, he was unable to send his kids to a good school. So he started facing economic hardships on every front. Then he accidentally met a person who told him that kidneys are in great demand. So now this doctor went about seeking kidney donors to sell kidneys to seekers and make money that way. And it was okay, but donors are rare. So then he went into the next step. He started fooling people who come to his clinic, drugging them, and stealing kidneys and starting selling them. And this went on for some time, and he made a lot of money. So finally he became a racketeer selling kidneys illegally. He made a lot of money. He was arrested a couple of times, thrown in jail. Now for over 20 years, twice he was given parole, he came out. Look at the system, it gives paroles to such criminals. He came out and changed his appearance, managed to escape the law, and finally, just about a couple of months ago, he was caught. Somewhere in Rajasthan, he again escaped parole, and he put on the garb or the guise of a pravachanakarta. He was like a purohit, the chief priest in a temple, and he became very popular in the entire village for his pravachans. But there also he started some hanky-panky. He started looting the wealth because old habits die hard. Finally, the law caught up with him. So after 22 years of criminal activities, and finally he donned the garb of a holy man, delivering pravachans but continuing with his criminal ways. The law caught up with him. Now if you look at the whole story, he started his life as a doctor, doing good work, and finally just because he received a blow, he was cheated. He stooped to the level of becoming a criminal himself, and that too the worst kind of criminal. Tyagaraja is saying, Poolammi bratikina vaaru Rama, pullalu amma piluva raru. So if you are a Rama Bhakta, come what may, whatever be the hardship you might face, you will never stoop to that level of becoming a criminal yourself, and that too the worst kind of criminal. In fact, never a criminal. You would probably suffer quietly rather than cause suffering to anyone else. Poolammi bratikina vaaru Rama, pullalu amma piluvararu. That means if somebody comes along and says, hey, enough all this honest dealings and all that, come, let us get into a criminal business. So if that is the invitation, such people, such good people, sattvic people will never stoop to that level. Poolammi bratikina vaaru Rama, pullalu amma piluvararu. This is, in my opinion, probably the most powerful spiritual metaphor that Tyagaraja employed in his kirtans. Jai Shri Ram.